Hello world, what a wonderful day, and welcome to the Financial Independence Life channel. We're currently in Japan for our winter vacation, and we're staying here for 4 days, and then we'll be headed to South Korea for another 6 days. On this vlog, I'll be sharing our annual cost of living in 2023 to give you a perspective of what financial independence may look like once you have achieved your FIRE number. For us, we have achieved our FIRE number over a decade ago. And since we're young and we have young kids, we elected to continue to work and save and continue to live the coasting FATFIRE. That means that even if we don't continue to save, our asset will continue to grow and hit our FATFIRE number when we're ready to retire. So with that, let me share our annual expenses for 2023 and to give you an idea of what that looks like and compare that to our annual expenses in 2022 and give you an example of what we mean in terms of our core tenet of living our best life below our means. Let's get into it. As you can imagine, our biggest expenses with our coasting FATFIRE lifestyle is travel. So for this information, I'm going to need my cheat sheet, which I have on my phone, which includes all the detail. So our biggest expenses is travel, and we spend about $63,364 in travel. This travel includes our current trip to Japan and South Korea, excluding our entertainment expenses and restaurants and shopping and clothing. Also, for this travel, it includes the expenses that we did for this year to go to Japan in April, Las Vegas, Hawaii, Lake Tahoe, and upcoming trips for next year, including my daughter's Washington, D.C. trip with her friends, as well as my son's East Asia trip which is a graduation gift for high school. Okay, that's for travel. So our second biggest expense for 2023 is our mortgage. This is for a 5-bedroom, 3-bath in the U.S. and we pay about $24,200 a year for our mortgage. All right, so our third biggest expense is shopping, which is $23,809. This is including our shopping of clothing, knickknacks, and souvenirs, as well as shoes during our travels. All right, our other biggest expenses is restaurant or eating out. And for eating out, our expense for 2023 is about $11,600. This is eating out at least once a week, and also eating in good restaurants while we travel. And then the next biggest big expense for us is auto. Again, for our cars are fully paid, and what comes with having a fully paid car is maintenance, gas, and issues with the car. Our total expense for auto is about $7,427. This is to upkeep a 2006 SUV, a 2012 luxury car, and just a 2016 Honda CR-V. Okay, the next on our list for expenses is our groceries, and that costs about $6,344 to buy food and to eat home. All right, next up is dues and subscriptions. That are entertainment for Spotify, Netflix, and other dues that we subscribe to, which is about $5,041. And then Associated with automotive is our gasoline or fuel expenses, which comes about $4,352 a year. For utilities, this includes electric, garbage, water, and so forth. We spent a phone. We spent about cable. So basically, we spent about $3,306 for that. And for entertainment, for the year, we spent about $2,378. For our cell phones, for a family of four, since I fully paid for all our phones, so we own our phones, it costs about $714 a year. And then for the rest of the minimal expenses includes sports and activities, which is $250 for my kids. Let me see. $250 for my kids for sports and activities. And then for, let's see, healthcare, it's pretty low. So in total, I'm not gonna go over all the other expenses. So in total, our expenses for 2023, accounting for those big buckets, comes to about $167,761 for 2023. While that seems big, during our when we save for to achieve our FIRE number, our monthly expenses was on averaging around $5,000 to $6,000 a month. But now, because we have achieved our FIRE number and we're also working, so for 2023, our total expenses is $167,761 for the year. While that seemed high, it's really not, because our cash flow, we're cash flow positive, and we actually have a net positive of about $92,000, factoring our passive income, our wages, and other sources of income. All right, so that's for 2023. What was our expenses for 2022? For 2022, we spent about the same buckets last year, which was $136,600 of expenses, accounting for travel to be $30,000, and our cash flow for last year was about $100K. So with me assessing and budgeting what we need, it seems that increasing our travel budget really does not impact us as a whole. So I've increased it to double, so around $30,000 more. So as mentioned before, at least for this year, that came up to $63,000 about. So yeah, so those are our expenses for 2023, for the year in 2023. And as you could see, we still live our core tenet of living below your means. While we have high expenses, our sources of income and our salary is more than enough to cover our expenses. And really, this also factoring in our we have already contributed the max to our retirement funds, as well as using some of that positive cash flow for investment, which I shared on one of my blogs early this year on the target amount I was going to spend, which is about $250,000 to invest for this year while the market was down. I hope you find the information I shared entertaining. I hope it gave you a perspective of what your potential expenses may look like once you have achieved financial independence. Again, our core tenet is to live your best life well below your means. That means when you achieve your FIRE number, you're able to afford guacamole or a coffee a day. It really doesn't matter because the amount of asset that you have saved really should be snowballing to allow you to achieve your target number, whatever that is. If you find this information helpful or entertaining, please don't forget to like and subscribe on my vlog, and see you on the next one. Thank you.